You're listening to the Keep It Real podcast with Zach Phelan, where we talk everything real estate, real business, and real life. My name is Zach Phelan, and I'm a real estate investor, realtor, entrepreneur, and family man. This podcast is brought to you by Home Scout. Home Scout shows you every home listed on the market in real time, meaning if a home you're looking at goes under contract with another buyer, you will see it in real time. You can track homes that have sold, save favorite homes, get notified when a home hits the market in a neighborhood you're watching, and so much more. The best thing about Home Scout is your information is 100% secure. The only people who can see your phone number and email is yours truly, Zach Phelan, and my lender, Jenna Groff. Most people don't know this, but other apps and platforms sell your information to at least 3 realtors and 7 lenders. That's 10 phone calls and multiple emails from 10 different people. Keep your information safe in our hands. We promise not to abuse it. Download the Home Scout app now. The link is below in the show notes, or email me and I will send you a direct link. If prompted for a VIP code, use my phone number 928-853-0683. Go download the Home Scout app now and start searching for that new home today.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 10. I can't believe we're 10 episodes in already. That is amazing. Sorry, I'm not talking into the microphone. I need to make sure I talk into the mic. So today we have our friend Courtney Herzog. This is a really exciting day for Courtney because today she is opening up a shop, like a pop-up shop, online boutique here in Flagstaff, and it is actually officially launching today. This was such perfect timing. Her and I are both supporting, repping Hunt and Leroux. So, Courtney, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, wait, what's the website?
Oh,
Let's tell people the website real quick because it went live today.
Okay, it's www.huntandleroux.com, and Leroux is spelled Leroux, not Leroux. It's Leroux.
I might be able to go ahead and type that into the comments for you while you're while you're talking.
Yeah, and then you can also follow us on Instagram at huntandleroux.com.
Cool.
And the website link is also in the Instagram page, so
Yeah.
you can go find it that way too.
Awesome. And I stopped by yesterday and picked out some things. And I
Yes.
also helped with her photography for the website.
Yes.
And so many cute pieces. So
Thank
really
you.
exciting that is launching today. So if you watch nothing else of this video, just go to huntandleroux.com and check it out for sure. So tell us a little bit about yourself, because you do other things besides the boutique. So.
Yes. The boutique is just something I actually recently started. My background is in interior design, but before I started, my interior design company is CH Design Co. But before I started that, I was doing event design in Phoenix, and then I moved to San Francisco. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We did NFL events, big parties, things like that. I moved to San Francisco because Ryan was still going to school there.
Nice.
And I did events there as well, but for like Silicon Valley execs, private parties, things like that.
Dang, girl, that's awesome.
Yeah, I really liked it, but it wasn't fulfilling what I loved, which was interior design. And it was really stressful. And I worked a lot of weekends and holidays and things like that. So then we moved back to Flagstaff once Ryan graduated, and that's kind of where I started the interior design business, and also my office business building, kind of a shared office space thing as well.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about the office space then.
So when I moved back to Flagstaff, we were living with my dad, and I was working for myself, working at home, and I was like, I can't be here 24/7. I need to be out kind of meeting people, talking to people. I like my alone time, but then I kind of I'm about 50-50. So my dad mentioned his office building, and it was just sitting there at the time. He used to run his business out of there. He sold his business probably 5 or 6 years ago, maybe.
Wow.
So yeah, it was sitting there vacant, and it did need some work.
So you built it up to what it is today.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so I went in. I had my little 20, no, it wasn't 20, maybe 12 by 12 office that I redid the floors in, painted, changed out the lighting, furnished and everything,
nice.
and kind of started my design business out of there. And I kind of had the idea from there. There has to be because I was looking for the same thing in Flagstaff and I couldn't find anything. So I kind of found a little niche that there wasn't this in Flagstaff for affordable small office for people like me with a small business. I didn't want a big building. So I started remodeling all the offices. I put wood floors in them all, painted. There was like 1920s wallpaper in there and just awful things. So
and they're really nice. I've seen them and they're all really beautiful and nice and bright.
Oh, thank you.
And then you got them all rented out to people?
Yeah, so I think there's about 12 now.
Wow.
Plus we just added the front on where I am now and the shop is, the pop-up. Jackie's up there who does lashes.
Yeah, we interviewed Jackie in episode number 2 and and that's part of, I mean, I knew you beforehand, but like, that's how I knew that the pop-up shop was coming in because I was going to get my lashes done. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are all these clothes doing here? And then Jacqueline told me what's going on.
Yeah.
And then you got featured for the office space in the Mountain Living magazine.
Yeah, that was last year probably, I think. Last December maybe.
That's really cool. So see, I thought that I knew your dad owned the building, but I thought that he was doing that already. I had no idea that you've built the office up from scratch.
Yeah, basically. Completely. And it's full now. We're adding on 2 more offices, or maybe 3 more offices out of some bigger spaces. There's just the need for the smaller ones. So, it's going great. And it's kind of like my side hustle, sort of. Like, I do it, and then I get a work out of there. I run my shop out of there. I run my design business out of there. So it works out really well.
That's awesome. I know that if there wasn't an office space here at our brokerage that wasn't going to come available anytime soon, we were going to go and have a space at yours.
Yeah, I like it. So nice. I mean, it's great too to be in the area with a lot of other people kind of doing smaller business type of things, people coming in and out, and I love it.
And it's nice being that close to downtown because if you want to go and catch lunch, you could just walk downtown.
Yeah.
Catch lunch. That's awesome.
And there's parking too in the building, which is nice.
That is a plus. Downtown. We know that very well because we lived downtown for a couple of years.
So where's the little boutique at where you're telling everyone it's downtown?
So the building was originally a house in the front. And when I first came into the office, my dad owns the building, but when I was just moved here, there was someone living in the front. So they moved out last September, and I kind of had this idea for the shop. The living room space is kind of what I'm using as the pop-up, and then all the rooms around it are offices, like Jackie, me, and then I'm using one right now as the dressing room. But that one's technically available. I'm just kind of using it. So I have the pop-up in the living room kind of space of the building, which works out great because what else, unless there was another person that was going to use it as a boutique, I don't know how I would have really rented it out.
Because it's not very private.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice that we're up there and people come in and out.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can come in and get your lashes done, get your hair done, and buy some new outfits.
New outfits,
And if you want to have your living room redone, you can get a consult and have your living room
it's a one-stop shop.
That's awesome. So with your interior design business, tell us a little bit about what you offer with that before we go into all the details about the boutique.
Okay. I mostly do residential. I've done a few commercial projects, one for Ryan's dental office down in Cottonwood and Peak Family Dental, Shanahan and Ryan. So I've done that, which was fun. Just a different kind of project than I'm used to, but mostly residential projects. And then I offer consultation too by the hour. So say if you just wanted to do your living room and you didn't really want to pay me to do like the whole thing, designing it. I do 3D renderings. I have a whole library of fabrics to do custom fabrics. We can do custom furniture, anything.
That's really cool.
Nice.
That's really
so so anything kind of in between as much as you want me to do. I can manage projects for remodels.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I pretty much charge by the hour for that. So
nice, adding to the repertoire. When we get people buying their houses and remodel, like I know an interior designer.
Well,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll be good to know. And then So as far as like marketing and things go, just for anybody who's like in Flagstaff or the surrounding areas and they're also a small business owner, I'm just curious as far as marketing goes for your interior design business, since the boutique is just now getting started.
Yeah.
What have you done that you feel has really worked, or are you mostly working off of referrals? How's
For
that gone
design, I'm mostly doing referrals because it's just me. So I don't want an overflow of people and then me turning them down. So I mostly work off of people by word of mouth or referral. I do post on Instagram and things like that I've gotten a few things from. But mostly that way, just because it's just me.
As far as that goes on your Instagram, if they're listening, they wanted to check out your work for interior design, is that what Instagram handle is that?
That one is at CH Design Co. I almost said .com, but no, not .com for Instagram. CH Design Co. Yeah.
Cool. So let's like shift gears a little bit and start talking about the boutique, because that's so exciting. It's launching today. It's online and also a pop-up shop, so you could stop by and try things on if you're here in Flagstaff.
And then also, if you are here in Flagstaff too, I did put something on the website that if you wanted to call and order something, if you see it online you like, and you can come pick it up so you don't have to have it shipped. So there's that option too. But yeah, you can always come in. I'm going to try to be more consistent with hours throughout the week of times I'm going to be open. So it'll probably be a few days a week to start.
Okay.
For the pop-up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so as far as this whole process goes, like what made you want to start a boutique here?
Oh, gosh. So this has been something I've wanted to do for a very long time. My sister, who I tried to get involved to do this with me too, we talked about doing it in college, and I wish we would have done it back then.
Totally.
But back then, like, we were thinking we could just have a Facebook page and run it from there, and there were other companies doing that, and we were just, we can totally do this. So that was always something I wanted to do, but we didn't know where to start. We were young, and so since then it's always been something in the back of my head, something I've continually talked to my sister about. And then recently I was just kind of bored a little bit with what I was doing. I like to be doing a lot of different things at once. Like, I have my design shop, I manage and run the office and do all that, and then I added this on. So I like to be doing different things every day. And I was in Italy in September, and people kept commenting on my outfits and how cute I looked, and like they loved it and wanted to know where I was getting my stuff. And that's kind of when I had the moment that I just need to do this. It's just go for it. So that's awesome. What I did. And I honestly didn't know anything. I taught myself everything.
Google
and
it.
I had the background to use Photoshop and things like that, but I designed the website myself. I found all the wholesalers myself, just researching trial error kind of things.
Yeah. And I'm sure that takes so much time finding these pieces, because I've even looked a little bit, and it's pretty easy to find a lot of really crappy clothing. Like that you could buy.
Yeah.
But it's a lot harder to find really good quality things. And that's what I noticed about the shop for sure, is like it's very good quality, and it feels high end.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, how would you describe your style for the shop, for the clothing?
A mix, I would say. Maybe young contemporary, I guess, would kind of sum it up.
Yeah.
But I like a little bit of everything.
You do.
I like a little bit of everything with everything I do, even interior design. I guess people always ask me, what's your style? But I like mixing. Like, I like mixing modern and traditional and things like that. And I think that's kind of sums up.
And that's good, though, because that'll mean that if you come in and check out stuff at the shop, then you're going to have all kinds of choices.
Yeah. And maybe pieces, too, to mix with something you already have.
Absolutely. Cool. So as far as what you plan on having for the shop, like right now, tell us a little bit about what you have in, that they could go on and purchase now, and like what you're hoping to have in the future.
Right now I have some winter things, a few sweaters, jeans, mostly clothes right now. I have a few pairs of shoes. But I mean, as the summer months come, I want to have a lot more dresses, a lot more summer pieces, things to take on vacation. I kind of wanted to start small, see how it goes, and then try to build on that, to have more inventory.
Yeah.
I want to have shoes. I want to have bags, accessories, everything. I love it all. And then too, I think I would like to eventually couple in the interior design with it and have some home goods, maybe furniture, custom furniture pieces, things like that.
That's
so I think
awesome.
that would be maybe in the future.
Because I'm
farther
really
future.
into interior design too, and
Yeah.
I had talked to Jacqueline about that before, like just saying that I felt like there's this missing piece in Flagstaff for some kind of downtown shop that has like some cute home goods type things.
Totally.
And I was like, and Jacqueline said, Courtney feels the same way. Maybe you guys should partner up and do something like that. But I just love that you're doing that because I do feel like that is missing in Flagstaff.
It's hard. I mean, we just bought a house 2 Octobers ago that we're still furnishing, but I mean, you have to order everything online, and we've had to go to Phoenix to get things, and there's not a lot of variety here. That's not Southwestern design or things like that. There's nothing that's modern
And it's funny because
new.
even the other day we went snowboarding and I'm sitting next to this young girl who thought I was a college student too. And I love that. I'm like, okay, yeah, totally. I'm in school. No. But she was saying that she didn't know how her friend who lives here could do it because she's used to being in the city where you have all these options for shopping. And I think that's another great place that you're going to really kind of fill in that gap.
Definitely.
Is those pieces of clothing, like you said, modern contemporary pieces that like young ladies actually really want to wear right now, not like, I don't know, something that's out of style.
Yeah, or something from where you shop here, Target.
Yeah.
Although I did tell Ryan that I would never move anywhere where there wasn't a Target. So I spend a lot of time there.
I do too. That's awesome. Zach,
We got to be in Target about 3 times a week. So,
Yeah,
I get it.
Do you just end up there sometimes when you're bored?
I certainly do. Zach says he wants to buy stock in Target.
Man, should have
So I
bought
spend
a long
so much
time
money.
ago.
Right?
Yeah, I wanted to touch on a spot that you talked a little bit earlier about your side hustle. I'm huge on people committing to a side hustle, finally going after it. There's so many people I talk to and they're like, man, I always think about doing this and this and I don't know how to start. And it's almost like analysis by paralysis. They think about it too much. They can't take action. It took you since college to finally launch it. And it seems like all these pieces kind of fell into place and you finally launched it. And for the people who are thinking about it, like, I love side hustles. I really do. And to get people bringing some more income in, to grow themselves, to jump out and, figure out business, try different things. And it's like you become alive, a little bit more alive when you're doing that side hustle.
Definitely true, yeah.
It changes people. So it's like, what made you really finally do it?
For the shop, well, like I said, it was something I always wanted to do. I kind of feel like Sam might have influenced me a little,
Really?
just because I listen to you every day and I see your Instagram and
Wow.
you're so positive and like encouraging, things like that. I was kind of relating to you a little bit as well because I was kind of in a weird spot. Like, yeah, I love the office. Yeah, I love interior design, but I wasn't like fulfilled kind of. And I wanted to be more on Instagram and more
It's fun.
doing things I love, like our photo shoot we did. That was so much fun.
So much fun.
And those were just things that kind of all came together, that things I wanted to do and things I wanted to be a part of, that I was like, why not? Just do it.
Like how you mentioned, people when you went to Italy were commenting on your outfits.
Yeah.
This is what I'm realizing more and more is like, if you are thinking about doing some kind of a side hustle, think first about what people are asking you for advice on.
Exactly.
Because that's going to be the thing that you're most passionate about, most likely. That's going to be something that you're really knowledgeable, most likely. That's going to be something that you could do really freaking well.
Yeah.
And kick ass at it. And so here you are.
Yeah. And I think too, when I tried to think about doing it before, you get stuck on things that you can't do or don't know how to do or aren't sure of because it's a little bit scary or whatever. But I mean, you just have to keep pushing yourself through those things, learning from others. I listen to a lot of podcasts, things like that, teach you about business. I mean, I didn't know anything about business. I've taught it all to myself and had advice from my dad, but yeah.
Well, obviously you're quite the entrepreneur.
Yeah, you're working it well, but I did a post this morning about like I go in the morning, do a little walking cardio, and I put some sort of positivity into my brain.
Yeah.
Whether I'm learning from a podcast or a book or whatever. And it's like, don't figure out the how. Just do it. Just take a couple steps. Just take one step and another and another and another, and the compound effect will take over, and before you know it, you'll be 6 months down the line and you've launched this side hustle.
Yep.
And and it's really taken off. And I love it when people finally do it. There's a lot of people I know who they know something. They have that special knowledge in something. It's like, find a way to share it with other people and teach them, and you can create a little business for yourself too.
Yep. Yeah, and it feels good once you get there. Like today, it's like, I mean, I've had the pop-up open for a while just to kind of get the feelers out there, but yeah, like launching this is exciting, and what's to come after, and more launches and things like that. It's exciting.
Yeah. And it fulfills that creativity that I'm sure you being a creative feel like you need to express.
Yes.
And it's so much fun.
It's nice to comparing design, like interior design, to the shop. The shop is mine. I can do whatever I want with it.
Yeah.
I don't have to have, well, I do ask people's opinions, but I mean, I could kind of say I don't care, but design, I have to do what the client wants, and it limits you a little bit, but the shop, I can do whatever I want. It's mine.
Awesome. I love it.
That's amazing. So I always like to ask people about marketing, because once you get into business, you figure out that marketing is like 50% of what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
So for the website, how are you going to start pushing it? Would you have plans for that yet?
Marketing, I'm still learning. But yeah, so for the way I tried to launch it, my marketing strategy was like yesterday I posted 2
giveaways.
I posted a giveaway.
I
was losing my train of thought.
It's okay.
I posted the giveaway to try to push people to sign up for the email list on my website. And with that, I'm doing the pre-launch. So whoever is on that email list gets to go on to the shop first and shop it for the day until I do the official launch, which is actually Friday. So if you do want to shop today, you just got to sign up for my email list.
So that's awesome. That's good to know.
Today.
Isn't there a coupon too?
Yeah, so you get a 10% off coupon, and then the first 5 people that place orders today get $10 gift card for next time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm doing things like that, giveaways, but like I said, I'm still learning the marketing side, trying to just grow Instagram. I'm mostly pushing it on Instagram and word of mouth, friends, emails. I've tried to read as much as I can on it, and I don't know if I'm going to do any ads or things like that, but I'll probably do promotions around NAU students, maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Like the events they have, the sorority and fraternity people, going to like events where they need outfits or spring break, things like that.
I do think, because you mentioned it, that like a lot of the clothes kind of have like that vacation feel, and they definitely do. Yeah, definitely. So if you have any trips planned and you live around here, or if you want to shop online, definitely check it out.
Yeah, and mostly summer things will be coming out. So
yeah, that's what I say. Seasonal pushes.
You can do a little events.
Yeah, you can do pushes. Maybe
holidays.
Spend that ad time during change of seasons. Get on the email list for this and that. But
yeah. But
you'll figure it out.
I'm learning marketing still. That one's a challenge. So
well, I can always help out a little bit with that, with at least what I know. I'm happy to help. So
yeah, you've been very helpful.
Aw, thanks. It's been a lot of fun, and it's so funny because like we did the photo shoot, and it could have been very easy for us to like butt heads and clash and feel like see 2 different visions. But I could just tell you and I were like vibing, we're having fun, like just it was great.
You said something and then I was like, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, that's how it went. Or like we would both have the same idea, and I'd be like, I totally agree, that'd be awesome. So I'm really excited for what's happening in the future.
I know.
With more photos.
I can't wait to take more pictures, and when it's nice weather outside and we can get out downtown, and
we'll get lots more.
It'll be awesome. I'm excited.
So. We always go into a part where we talk a little bit more about like general questions.
Yeah.
So, Zach, do you want to ask the first one?
Sure. Well, I mean, I'm big into, New Year's has kind of passed a little bit. I'm not so huge on setting New Year's goals, but I am big on setting goals. Both of us are.
Yeah.
And the goals are always kind of changing. Did you set yourself some goals, whether it was New Year's or now or for business or anything?
Well, in the previous years, I've set lots of goals, and I feel like I set too many, and then I don't end up doing any of them because it's overwhelming. So I didn't specifically set any for the year, but I have them as they come. So yeah, things with my shop. One of my big ones this year is to be more on top of my like finances and learning that side of business better. Creative type in me that's hard for me to sit down and do and sit down and click on QuickBooks and stuff. My mind's going crazy. So I have to like sit down and set time aside to do those things. So that's one of my big goals this year is to just get on top of that. I'm reading a book. And maybe you recommended this, The Profit First. Someone did.
I've never read
Anyway, I'm reading that. And that's really
that
helps. Actually, yeah, because it puts it into perspective and just like the creative brain, and you don't really think about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not really
much
of a numbers person either. So
That was my post this morning. Was I was reviewing finances, and I started studying finance. 5 years ago,
Read that book.
7 years ago. I will.
Profit First.
I just finished. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi or something
How was that
like
one?
that. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Fairly similar to like a Dave Ramsey style book, but it's good just to it's like yep, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Sebastian's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I had to start planning on some stuff for the future for him. So.
Yeah, I highly recommend that. I'm only a little bit in, but already it's kind of clicked. So.
Yeah, well, I always ask a question too, like, what is your favorite book? Like, if you had to give someone a book, tell someone a book.
Oh God.
It can be anything.
Anything, yeah.
It could be fiction, nonfiction.
Try this book out.
That's a hard one just because. Oh, like when I was growing up, I was never a reader until recently.
That's fine. I always push the compound effect for people.
Okay.
Whether it's life changes, want to lose weight, want to get better with my finances, whether I want to grow a business, start a business, like anything.
It's a
compound effect.
It's like this thick, and you can get
style.
It's like this thick.
It's
That's my
awesome.
style.
It's a great, easy little book. I love that one. I'll tell people to read that anytime, anywhere. And then the Name of the Wind series is just that's like a fun read for people.
Is that a newer series or is it older?
It's fairly newer, probably in like the last 8 years ish.
Oh, okay.
Newer.
Not like old.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those are two little fun ones, but I like
Cool.
to read.
I'll have to read those. I've been trying to get more into reading and kind of making it a part of my day and at least doing something because it kind of pushes you to do better for the day and gets in your head to, I don't know, be productive or.
Absolutely. Every morning, that's how, I like to start my morning with putting something in. Nowadays, it's Audible. So I listen.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I listen in the morning, and then at night I read and go to sleep. So
Nice,
I got my business books in the morning. My nighttime books is to go to sleep
reads
too.
his fantasy
Yeah.
books for hours.
I've noticed that. I've noticed that if I read business or
You can't go to sleep.
yeah, because you're
Yeah.
just thinking you're like
Yeah.
excited to go out and
Yeah.
do those things,
Yeah.
or you just want to make lists of like all the things that it's talking about. So I've noticed not to do that.
I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it. And it's so funny, like
Yeah.
all these people who like study sleep, and they're like, "Oh, read a fantasy book at nighttime, you'll go right to sleep." And, and I've told that to people. They're like, "It works."
Good.
Yeah, I know.
Good to
I read-
know.
I can read anything if I'll write to sleep.
Yeah,
So
same
it
Yeah.
doesn't matter for me what
My
it
brain
is.
spins. My brain's always spinning. I have to wind down.
Yeah. Do you and Ryan have any like nighttime or morning rituals?
I've been trying to get into a morning one. His is more at night. He likes to just kind of relax and be by himself or whatever. That's kind of like his thing. And I'm kind of the same way, but I like to go up to bed and read and like wind down for a little while if we were watching TV before or something at night. Read. But in the morning, I've been trying to force myself, but I mean, sometimes you don't. Getting into a morning routine, waking up by
It's
a
not
certain
easy.
time. I like to make my bed. And I mean, I have a list, and I feel like if you do those things, you feel good about yourself, and then kind of like keep doing more things on your list.
And anything else is
There
an
it is.
extra bonus.
That's the secret right
So
there. Like,
whatever you even put on your morning list as your
Yeah.
routine, whether it's different every day, I feel like as long as you're checking off those things in the morning, you're just creating the rest of the day to be productive. And
absolutely.
that's helped me.
That is huge.
Do you
Recently.
write them down pen and paper, or are you kind of like on
Yeah,
your phone,
I
or-
love writing things down. Ask Ryan. He says that he hates looking at my handwriting because he hates my to-do lists. So anytime I write something, he's like, "Oh, your handwriting."
That's funny.
But yeah, I have tons of paper. I have tons of books everywhere, notebooks. I love making lists. I'm a Virgo, so I love making lists.
That's awesome.
I love writing them down. I feel like if I put them in my phone, I forget about them or something like that. But I also like to put things in my planner and write them down too.
Mm-hmm. So. Which is great if you have an interior design client, you're going to want somebody who's really organized and likes to write lists and things like that.
Yeah.
It keeps you on top of everything you've got going on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sammy's big on her planners too. I can't do a planner, but I have done like list and writing in a journal, and I need to get back into it as I say it out loud right now. Like, hello, dummy.
Yeah.
Write down what you're going to do that day and then go out and do it.
Yeah. I figured out recently, I try to put my things like notification wise, places I need to be in my Google Calendar so I get notified of them. But then in my planner, I try to keep my to-do lists and things that I need to get done for the week, content, things like that. And that works for me because I was mixing them in my planner and then I wouldn't see them or whatever. And
so you have a notification that tells you when you need to leave to go somewhere?
Yeah. So I put it in my...
I need this.
Sammy needs this.
And I actually can't take full credit for this because I saw my sister's Google Calendar last week and I was like,
wow.
How did you do this? Teach me. Show me how you do this.
Teach me.
So I color-coded everything. Well, she taught me how to color code.
Let's turn the camera back on. This is great right here. Because you hit on a big spot right there. You teach her how to do the Google Calendar, but you hit on a big thing. Like, people read these books, these self-help books, and they're like, and they try it and it doesn't work for them. And like, it doesn't matter. Change it to make it work for you and then do it. It's like for me, it's like I can't write down in a planner, but I can write this stuff, and I can write stuff down in like notes on my phone.
Yeah,
and notes. That's what works for me.
That works for you. Yeah,
just do it.
Yeah,
and be doing it. But tell her how to work the Google Calendar because she does need this. I'm like, hey, let's go. What are you doing?
I like it because it connects to my watch and my phone, which I always have with me, and so do you.
I love mine.
I don't have mine on today, but things that I don't want to forget or want to be reminded of, places I need to be, events, dates I'm not in town for trips, because you can share those things too. They're easily shareable on Google. And then in my calendar, I like to put watching the Skinny Confidential podcast. Yeah. She says to pick like 7 things to do a day. I've picked like 4.
Yeah.
And then maybe some smaller ones. So I put that in my calendar, and then things I want to post on my Instagram, content.
About a journal calendar. Like write it down.
In my planner.
Okay.
Yeah. So I write those things down, and I try to keep them separate because it was getting messy in my
well, if you
planner.
got in two different places, it kind of seems... That's funny because I feel the same way where
my brain was just like...
Yeah. I'll be really good about like writing down stuff, but then it'll be in 2 different spots.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll forget. And then if I didn't put it in my calendar where I got a notification about something, like I feel so embarrassed. Like I made this dinner or lunch date with somebody and totally forgot. Completely forgot. I forgot so much that I forgot that lunch date that morning, and I forgot my chiropractor appointment, both of them. So
I'm the same way. I forget.
Have to have it. I have to have those notifications.
Yeah, it's helpful. It's helped so far.
That's good.
But I'm always changing my plan, so for now.
There you go. we need to now doing more work together, podcasting, scheduling, because I'll be talking to everyone and schedule podcasts, and I'm like, hey, we got a podcast at 10:30. And she's like, shit, I forgot.
Oh yeah, I have to reschedule my lashes tomorrow because we have a podcast tomorrow.
Well, there you go.
Ooh. So
causing problems. Favorite Flag restaurant?
Oh, that's hard.
I know.
I can never pick one.
You don't have to
pick anything.
Matter. Give us 4.
Go-tos. Anytime Ryan asks me where I want to go for dinner, I always pick Lotus Lounge. Have you been there?
Mm-mm.
I love sushi, and then they just have everything, and I think their sushi's really good and fresh. But I also like Bricks for like fancier dinner, or Annex. I like going there to have just a cocktail, and their food is so good.
3 places I need to go to. I've been to Annex, but I haven't been to any of the others.
Pizza Coletta is always a hit on our list too.
Pizza what?
Pizza Coletta.
See, we haven't been.
What is this?
Any of these?
You guys need to get out more.
It's by.
You guys are coming to dinner with us then.
Right.
I know. I was thinking we should go out to dinner because we haven't seen Ryan in a while.
I was literally telling Ryan that last week.
Pizza
Coletta is by Mother Road. So they share a building, and if you're in Mother Road, you can order Pizza Coletta, and they deliver it over.
Oh, nice.
But it's so
So you can have
it's
beer
so
and
good.
pizza?
It's the guy.
I'm big on pizza, and it's like that's my cheat meal.
Oh, it's so good. It's like Italian wood-fired pizzas. They're the small ones. And
Oh, sweet. So I can eat
the
a
crust
whole pizza.
is amazing.
No sharing, lady.
Yeah, it's worth the cheat meal.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's awesome.
Right on.
We're going to have to try it out.
Any shows that you and Ryan are doing like before bed?
Right now we're rewatching Game of Thrones because it's
So
launching.
are we!
High five.
We're like, start over because it's
What
coming.
season are you on?
2.
Okay, we're on 3. But
That's awesome.
it was okay. Wait, when was that giant snowstorm? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That's when we started it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
We literally stayed home and just
We had a
got back.
4-year-old
I
at
guess
home
that's
yelling
true.
and going crazy.
He was going crazy. But go ahead. Sorry.
We got back from the wedding and it snowed for those 2 days, and Ryan goes to Cottonwood on Thursdays and Fridays to the dental practice down there, and it got canceled on Thursday from the snow, so we literally stayed home and just watched it all day.
Nice.
It was nice.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
How was the wedding? Because Samantha and I talk about doing the destination wedding as
So
well.
amazing. It was nice too, because you get to see people for the whole length that they're there. Most people were there from Thursday to Sunday. So we got to spend more time with them than you usually would at a wedding that's one
Just
day.
like one day, yeah.
And then it was kind of like a honeymoon in itself too.
Yeah.
So we stayed a few extra days, and yeah, it was amazing. I always like going to Cabo, so I can't complain.
No, and the pictures were beautiful.
Yeah.
They were.
I can't wait to see the rest of them.
Yeah, your professional ones. I mean, yeah, these are just the ones that people are taking on their iPhones,
Yeah.
and they were amazing.
Yeah.
So
And we got so lucky with the weather. The day Ryan and I went to a different hotel the last 2 nights by ourselves,
nice.
and the weather just went so.
Oh, so was that after Sunday or something? You
Yeah,
stayed a
it
couple
was
extra
it
days?
was still nice, but it was just windy and chilly. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was still we got so lucky with the weather, so
that's awesome.
I'm thankful.
We
for
rolled
that.
out around a little bit, like doing destination wedding, and then recently we've been on a Lake Powell wedding kick. Too.
We
'Cause
we
that's kind of a
wanted to do that too.
Did you?
Yeah, and I looked into it. I said, yeah, really loud. With the amount of people that we wanted to have, I would have wanted to rent like a bunch of houseboats, and it would have just been so expensive.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think you can do it depending on how you do it. But I've seen pictures of people that have done that, and they were so amazing.
I need to look.
Yeah.
I need to do some research.
My
Yeah.
cousin did it, and she did it like at Antelope Marina, like before
Mm-hmm.
Antelope was Antelope, and it was awesome. And
Yeah.
I'm at the same thing though. Like my family, there'd be so many people coming.
Really?
Yeah.
And yeah, they're crazy.
It adds up fast.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Oh yeah.
But Powell would be fun because you can just kind of go all out, and
Mm-hmm.
people
Yeah.
do what they
People
want.
come for a week. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
the wedding's gonna be on Thursday. Show up whenever you want. We'll be here
And
for 10
that
days.
I do recommend, just having like a big kind of longer thing, because
Just let people
and
come
something
and go. Yeah.
something someone said to me right before we left for her wedding was, remember to take it all in, and remember that all your friends and family won't be together for you all at once again, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all those people that come and fly out and see you and all that. So yeah,
Dang.
just try
You
to
make
spend.
me cry. That is so special, and it's so
Yeah.
true to really soak that in.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
yeah, and then when it's over, it's like, oh. Although I didn't really love the planning, but I'm sad it's over.
Yeah. Well, now you
It's
get
stressful.
Now it's on to the next project.
Yeah.
Which I can't believe, even because when we did the photo shoot a month ago or whatever it was, you were like a week away from the wedding, and we're doing the photo shoot. You are a busy gal.
I know, I'm crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, before we wrap up, tell us, how do people find you for the interior design? Give us all the info again. And the
Okay,
website
so
and the shop,
on
blah, blah.
Instagram for the design page is CH Design Co. And then the website is the same, www.chdesignco.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Hunt and Leroux, the boutique is just Hunt and Leroux. The and is spelled out,
Okay.
A-N-D. And that's Instagram, Hunt and Leroux. And then the website is www.huntandleroux.com.
Yay.
Right on. I
love
like
it.
to wrap up the final one is just, what are you grateful for today?
Oh boy, I have so many things to be grateful for. I have a really great family that I'm so lucky to have, and then also now I have a new family that I'm lucky to have. They're all so supportive of Ryan and I, and we love them. I'm thankful for Ryan. He supports everything I do, and I love him. And yeah, I'm happy for my life. I have an amazing life. I have Harlow. I love her.
She's so cute.
It's my baby. Yeah. I don't know.
Good things.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's nothing to complain about.
Good. Yep.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited for you. Today's the big day. So
Thank you.
if you guys are listening to this, make sure you go to huntandleroux.com, check out the shop, or if you're here in Flagstaff, go to huntandleroux.com, look up the address, and stop by.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank
This
you.
was fun.
Hey guys, I'm going to keep it real with you. Thank you guys for listening to this week's podcast. If you could do us a huge favor and write us a review, it really helps out the channel. Samantha and I really do appreciate it. So go ahead and write us a review. Thank you so much. If you know anyone that I should be talking to, please do send them our way. We really appreciate it. See you guys for next week's episode. Until then, keep it real.